Pero.
I'm here with Anthony. If you just not just witness this is the guy that just...
I'm gonna have the homie Capolero on.
Me and the Westside homie
Capolero.
Wow.
Little, hell yeah.
Doing Tito's, baby. Cheers. Good.
Gotta go check it out, man. That was Capolero.
What's up, Mouse? I see you, my boy.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Campolito, man. I've been fucking with him, man, lately, man. You know, I knew right away he's solid. It's hot, it's hot. Way he's solid. I knew. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Yeah, I got the video. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot.
Let's get to it. Now, here's your track.
Bang, bang, bang. The haters are gonna hate anyway. Any day gonna say what they say anyway.
Anthony, if you just not just witness this is the guy.
Radio! Tonight is definitely a late night. What's up, homies? What's up, everybody? Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to the trolls. Shout out to anybody who even takes the time to watch me. You know, much love and respect and a whole lot of appreciation. I'll tell you that right now. Anyways, I'm gonna take this from basically where I left off. Where I left off about, okay, so I'm in Medium North County Jail. It was crazy back then, meaning the rules, everything were different. I mean, everything was different. Plus, we had money in there. We had cash. You know what I mean? We had your wet 40s. You have your, you know, everything. So you keep your shoes, your socks, your boxers, your tank tops or wife beaters, whatever you call them, slingshot, and you keep and t-shirts. Fools would be in there in like state boots, rocking state boots and shit. Anyways, I was in Medium North, and it was dope. We had the young dude running the dorm. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was only 19, but that fool he was with it, and then fighting a murder, and then there was the other homie, Cook from Harpies, and me. We're like the main three in that dorm. Because we're youngsters, but we were just running amok and doing what the fuck we wanted. It was a trip. Okay, so the dope thing is we had all the fucking shanks. We had like we were strapped the fuck up in there. We had and then the homie Crook, he would get in his visits. What they used to do is they break the phones. You know, you talk the phone. You have this motherfucker. You have the cord goes through the wall to the other side. They'd break out that cord, the phone cord, and just push straws full of like rock and dope and weed. You know what I mean? Be making P-dogs and shit. Be all fucked up. Get all fucked up. Come back, and we were the dorm who had it all. You know what I mean? So everybody wanted to. They're like fools jocking us and shit. And it was dope. It was dope. It was cool as fuck. There's this one dude we used to fuck with. He's some older white dude out of San Fernando Valley, right? He got the death penalty. Well, he was fighting it back then, and I guess what ended up happening with this crazy cat has nothing to do with the story, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways. So this crazy motherfucker is I guess he burned his chick alive. He tied her up in a chair in his living room, and he burned her alive. And then after a few days, he called the police and said, "Come pick this bitch up." I'm not calling her a bitch. What I'm doing is I'm repeating his words. Come pick this bitch up. She's starting to smell. So obviously she hurt his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And in court, like he didn't fight it. They kept trying to give him like temporary insanity and stuff. He didn't want it. He said he wanted the death penalty. He didn't give a fuck. And then so they gave him the death penalty, and they asked the family, like, what do you have to say about the final decision? And they're like, I don't think it was harsh enough for him. Death penalty is too good for him, blah, 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 whatever. And then they asked him his last words, because he wasn't going to be coming back to our dorm. He was going to High Power after that. And so he has his last words. And he said, I still hate the bitch to this very day. Fucking crazy. She fucked up. She fucking really hurt him. Damn. And he's to have his daughter come visit him and shit. I strip out now. And it wasn't his ex-wife or his ex-baby mom, whatever. It was literally his I guess his girl at the time, whatever she was. Anyways, so we used to fuck with this guy, right? He's an older cat. And we like tie him up when he's sleeping in his bunk. We get we call them brainers. You get toilet paper, you tie them up, make with a point, like from toilet paper, and we go up to him, we jam him in his nose and shit. What the fuck? And he couldn't get up because he'd be tied up and shit. His legs just, oh my God. He chases around the door and shit. It was dumb shit. We did dumb shit. Now we did some real fucking writer shit, but that was just dumb shit we get into, right? And gambling and drama. Man, we were like sleeping all day and fucking up all night and fucking playing cards, whatever. Anyway, those are the times, right? Well, this is where the story is gonna come together. About my, like, when I got the shoe and stuff. Well, the homie from Clanton was running all the dorms right there, and then there's the homie that he was running our dorm. He was appointed by this guy, by Clanton. Okay, well, I guess something happened and Clanton wasn't getting his issue. You know what I mean? He I don't know if they're mad or hating or jealous or what, but he wasn't getting his issue, you know, and that has nothing to do with me. You know, I didn't distribute the drugs. The drugs came from the homie Crook. The reason I bring up Crook is everybody used to tell me, when I tell them, hey, I know Crook, they go, oh, I was with your homeboy Crook. They'd say, who? Mexican Crook or black Crook? But I'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, so back to the story at hand. Trip on this. Someone's going to go down with these guys. And so the homie from Clanton wanted to meet up with the homie running our dorm in the church. That's the only place, the only place we could, like, I guess, that we meet up, because all four dorms went to the same church. Well, just imagine, you know, anyways, it doesn't matter. So the point being, that's where the meeting was. So he came up to us and he said, hey, I need a favor. You guys are my boys, right? We're like, yeah. You and Crook. And I'm like, yeah. And Crook's like, yeah. And he's like, this fool's gonna try and hit me in church, have my back, and just get him, you know what I mean? And even though he had all four of the dorms, we were like, I didn't know him at the time, and I'm like, fuck it, hey, I got you, dude. And this was the homie. So this dude walks in there, the homie walks in there, like, just kind of, you know, just like it looked like he was by himself. And he sat down, and the Clanton, he shows up, and he had one of his boys with him, you know. And are you fucking kidding me? He had one of his boys with him, and like, obviously, like, that was gonna be his hitter, right? So we're just waiting, and we post up right behind. I was like right behind Clanton, and the homie Crook was behind the dude that was gonna be like his hitter, you know. And so we posted up right there, and those two sit down, and they sat there, they're going back and forth, arguing. And then Clanton tells the homie, man, you're lucky your dad's my homeboy and shit, blah blah blah, whatever that was about. But they fucking, I don't know, they argued for a little while. Needless to say, everything turned out fine, you know, and everything turned out fine. So nothing happened. And well, at the end, like, the homie's like, Clanton tells the homie, he says, hey, you know, you're gonna get got, right, by a boy right here. And the homie smiles, goes, oh yeah. He goes, because, and that's when Clownton tells me I wasn't alone like that, which is kind of dumb because it came in together. But the funny thing is, he's like, oh, okay, wow, you know, cool. And then he got up, and when he got up, he goes, come on, homies. And then me and fucking Crook, we stand up, him behind his hitter and me behind Clanton. And he goes, I wasn't alone either. And we were both strapped up, you know what I mean? And he's like, ooh, that was good. That was good. I give you props on that one. So that happened. We go back to the dorm, and everything's everything. How much time I got in there? 9 minutes? Okay. I'm on my way back to San Diego, by the way, people. So this is what happened. So that was that. So it's just a little something to add that's going to come into play later. Oh, that's at the time. That's when I met Clanton. Like, hey, mucho gusto, blah, 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 blah. My name's so-and-so and so-and-so. And so through time, he got to know me, like, not know me, but heard about me, heard whatever, you know what I mean? Just good, decent things, I guess. And because I was a part of anything and everything, you know, at the time. And well, what happened was, so they go to court one day's court, and the two homies were both going, Crook and the other homie. And they came in to me and said, hey, Mouse, could you hold our work and our shanks, you know what I mean? I say, yeah. So I had it all day. And during that day, it was that same day, they were gone. It was like summertime or something. I don't even fucking remember what month it was. I'd have to think about it. And it was right before I went to prison. I don't know. I know the month. It's been a while. But anyways, it doesn't even fucking matter. What matters is it was hot. So I'm thinking it was close to summer, right? So I knew I was going on. At that point, I was already waiting to go to prison forthwith. I already took my deal. So one day I bicked my head. I just bicked it. I just, fucking shaved it bald completely, bicked. And when I did it, one of the homies, I don't know why, he liked it. He said, hey, I guess, look, you wanted to follow along. And he said, hey, Mouse, help me out. I'm going to bick my shit. So he bicked his shit because we weren't able to like cut her hair a lot right there and stuff. So he bicked his. And then the other homie, I guess we did it, so someone else decided to do it. And then they did it, so someone else decided. And then I swear to God, like every fucking homie in there fucking balded their shit with the razor, you know? And so that was done, right? And balded their shit. Well, the blacks that came up to me and they're like, Mouse, because they knew like the other homies weren't there at court. And they're like, Mouse, is everything all right? And I'm like, cool, everything's cool. We're like, what are you talking about? And he said, oh, well, when the essays start picking their shit, you know what I mean? And that means they're getting ready to ride. And we thought everything was cool in this dorm. I said, everything is cool in this dorm. Like, it really is, I just wanted to ball my shit because I'm going to the state. And then they felt like doing the same, And he's like, I don't know. I guess they were feeling kind of nervous about something. Next thing you know, the homies came back. I gave them their dope. But then I still had the fucking shanks on me. I don't know why I didn't give them that back, but I didn't. I figured I'd give them to them after count time or whatever. And so I took them out my socks and all that shit. I had them my socks, I had them in my pants, I had them in my pocket. And I put them in my pillowcase. And in my pillow. And when they came in with the goon squad, I was tripping out like, what the fuck? And that wasn't no normal count time. So they came in with the goon squad. It was like, what's going on? Walked straight up to me. Right up to me, right? And when they came up to me, they're like, turn around, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they put my hands around my back, and then they fucking, whatever they did. Then they started searching me, and then they started going through my bedding, and then they grabbed the pillow, and fucking, you see these fucking shanks go sliding across the fucking floor. Fuck. Back then, they're giving us like 2 years per fierro and shit. If the DA picks up, and they were picking up on those, unless you went to the state, you know what I mean? They wouldn't want to call you back. Well, straight to the hole I go, and I was in there, I ain't gonna lie, I was praying, and I was like, dear Lord, please hear my prayer, because I need to go up there to the state. And yeah, fucking I was like one day only later, and I just took my deal. And I was in the hole like one day just waiting for that DA fucking to pick it up, and or maybe 2 days in the hole. And I don't remember, but it wasn't long. And they're like, they call my name, boom. Like, I'm like, what, court? And they're like, nah, you may fucking go to prison. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. And I hopped on that fucking bus, and my 2 crimies were with me. They're on the bus. They see me coming out the hole. They're like, man, the fuck, you can't stop fucking up, can you? Because I was in there running amok. I got a few stories about that, you know? But after that, how long has it been? 14 minutes. Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep this a little bit shorter for you guys, you know? Well, so what ends up happening was I caught the chain, went to prison. It was Tehachapi Reception back then. And from there, from Tehachapi Reception, I end up, oh shit, I was running red light. I ended up going to Avenal, level 2, because I didn't have, I don't know, I just barely made it too. And that's where I picked up the attempted murder. But I'll tell you guys later on how that comes into play. One thing I tell you about the Ninja Turtles, it was crazy what we used to do. Remember I said something about you keep your socks, boxers, all that, your money bag, and then you have your money, and you have a money bag that the paisas or certain people, they spend out of thread that they would get from the boxers or wherever, or socks. I don't really know. One of the two, I think it's boxers. And they would make bags, and you tie them inside your fucking pants, right? So like one night, like not one night, I'm fucking out of my mind. So some nights, like when soon as the fucking lights are off, man, it was on and popping. You know what I mean? Fucking, we had something called Ninja Turtles. You'd have your face covered, you'd have your head covered with the t-shirt, and you go creeping, go up to that bunk, and there'd be a fool on it, just wham, yank him off that motherfucker, and then just beep, 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 and then you hear ah, and then he'd be running, deputy, and then finally when he would get away, the motherfucker running butt ass naked, ding-a-ling, fucking swinging around and shit, yelling deputy up to the fucking, this motherfucker, eh? Shit, fucking piece of shit. Like, running up to the deputy, with butt ass naked, and shit, well, it's bottom half anyways. Why, you ask? Let me tell you why. Because, we used to, that's where we carried our money bags. We tied it through our fucking, the pee hole of our boxers and all that, and then, you know, wrap it around and then through the loop or whatever, and we keep it inside our pants, our money, you know what I mean? And so we knew that. So when we were robbing someone, we have to yank that motherfucker off, and a lot of times the pants are coming with it and the boxers, you know. So that, you know, it is what it is. Those are them days, man. Them days. Every time you go to court, you guys have probably heard with the fucking damn stupid fucking. Oh my God, people with their damn high beams and shit. But you would hear, you know, what size shoe you wearing, homie? What size shoe you wearing, homie? Man, what size you wearing, man? Say, what the fuck? Gang signs. No, but anyways, yeah, so all the jailhouse robberies were regular. They stopped all that shit. Ain't no more money in the county. Ain't nothing in the county. It ain't like it used to be. It used to be like, it was dangerous and shit. Well, anyways, did I just miss my fucking turn? Oh no, I didn't. There it is. So now I'm in Avenal level 2. And I'll get to that story next. But so this is part 2 of leading up to my shoes and stuff like that. And I'll be bouncing around, you know. So all right, everybody. I'm out of here. So with that, once again, shout out to everybody. Thank you for your support and just watching, and love and respect and all that good stuff. Be good to yourselves, be good to your families. Let them know you love them, and you know what I mean. And always give your little ones a hug, because you know tomorrow's not guaranteed. So with that, oh, and I'm gonna play another song. Another one of my songs. All right, without further ado, radio, tonight is definitely a late night. Dale gas.
In the game. Hey. Hey. WESTLA gang gang. Hey, 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 oh, hey, hey. VI West, where my boy gangsta on the ground. Bullet hole stab wines on my mind, ride or die, no lie. Why ask why? Forget I tell you why. On the run, hidden by the rain. Tattoo scars tell stories of pain. Badges of honor again and again. These scars they repeat a cycle I can't break. A cold beer, ice on the mirrors, how I start my day. For goodness sake, fear's not a question when the heart is in question. The gangster resurrection can't get any worse. Not trying to leave here in a hearse, just seeking direction. Dancing to the sound of 4 heartbeats, a rhythm dark and deep. Gabriel, Jonathan, Isaiah, and Bree. Promises I keep on and race. This concrete jungle can't be soft embrace. This struggle on the rhyme, problems creeping in my mind. Running out of time, chopping up a line, sipping Corona line. Feel the burn eyes going blind. Studded OG, throwing up gang signs, activated in the street. Prison walls, destiny to meet. Blue rag, got you all 1-3 turned up. Need to slow it down slow, real slow. Make it dough on the down low. Now stop, phone stuns ringing my girl. Always tripping, stressing me drama. Always finding me in emotions. Always blinding me, smile on my face. For all to see, addicted, toxicity, feeling better. Now I can see zoom, 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 moving fast. MOUSC, yeah. Fear's not a question when the heart is in question. The gangster's resurrection can't get any worse. Not trying to leave here in the hills, just seeking direction. Addicted, toxicity, feeling better. Now I can see zoom, 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 moving fast. MOUSC, stood it in, heartbeat fast. Stood it in, feel the flow. Stood it in, now slow it down, slow, real slow, making dough on the down low. Gangsta, SURENO. Then you know, if you don't know, now you know. I'm all over the place, there's my life and meaning. No more time to waste, behind the smile, pain replaced. Threatened by demons, no fear, I laugh anytime, any place. I'm better under pressure, get the fuck out my face. Game over, checkmate. Game over, checkmate.